Hi everybody, I'm Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking, and today's kind of exciting. I'm joining a bunch of other great channels for a monthly collab, which is shelf-stable cooking. So these are recipes for shelf-stable recipes collaboration. It starts Tuesday, and I want to share with you, part of the purpose of this is we're actually building, you and us, a recipe book. So I'm going to include in the links below, besides the channels, I'm also going to include the link that you can print out this nice cover sheet for a binder. You can get the binder, you know, at Dollar General, any of those places, really cheap. So there's the printout for the binder and the spine. Yeah, there we go. The spine. So whatever recipes that you like from this collaboration, you can collect and make your own cookbook in this binder. There's going to be all kinds of recipes, appetizers, desserts, main meals, all of those. Prepper Potpourri came up with this collaboration, which I think is a fabulous idea. And this will help you and us build a recipe book of great tasting recipes that are pantry products. When I say shelf stable, this is nothing refrigerated. Eggs are allowed because, well, a lot of us don't refrigerate eggs. If they, don't have the bloom off them, if we have our own eggs, we don't need to refrigerate them. So this is shelf stable items from your pantry, and eggs are allowed. So nothing refrigerated. So make sure to download the recipe cover and the spine for your binder for the recipes, and I'll have the link for that in the description below, along with the other participating channels. The other participating channels are Tuli Lulu Creates, Alderman Farms, Crazy Daisies, Diane the Canning Nana, Fermented Homestead, In the Kitchen with Karen, Jenny's Scratch Made Kitchen, Linda's Pantry, Mennonite Farmhouse, Prepper Potpourri, and Sutton's Days. So, today I'm going to share with you a really easy thing to prep ahead a little bit for breakfast. These are actually really good snacks too, or even like little desserts. I like them a lot. But it's a cherry oatmeal bake, and they're in individual sizes. I do them in little ramekins like this. You can prep them ahead, the night before, and stick them in the next morning in the oven for a few minutes, and you've got a nice breakfast. So these are all shelf-stable items. I'm going to show you what goes into it. Let's get to it. Now this recipe, you absolutely can use fresh cherries and make your own cherry sauce and whatnot. But this is a shelf-stable deal, and honestly, this is really easy, and it's really nice because, well, I had cherry filling actually left over, just canned cherry filling there, pie filling, because we were making mountain pies up at the camper. So I needed a cup of the cherry pie filling, 3/4 cup of the quick oats, and I have some cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, almond extract, salt, and I'm showing this, I'm going to show you a little hack. So I'm showing this because the original recipe actually calls for 2 tablespoons of milk. Well, I'm going to tell you what, if you don't have shelf stable, once again, you don't have milk on hand, you can use evaporated milk, not condensed milk. Two vastly different things. You can use evaporated milk. I keep cans of evaporated milk on hand for baking and stuff all the time. The trick to evaporated milk is for every cup of whole milk, or every unit of whole milk, you use half evaporated milk and half water. So say for example, the recipe calls for a cup of whole milk. You would use half a cup of evaporated milk and half a cup of water, and that will give you your milk equivalent. So I'm not using it in this recipe. The original recipe does call for it, but frankly, I don't think you need it. It depends on what your taste is, but if you want to add the milk to it, you're more than welcome to. Now you know how, using canned evaporated milk. So let's get to this and make our ramekins up and get them in the oven. First thing I'm going to do is spoon our cherry filling into the ramekins. If you're using fresh cherries, you have to make your own compote really, and add cornstarch and lemon juice. Like I said, I'm using this. This is shelf stable and super easy, and it tastes delicious. And I think most people, I mean, you could use blueberry. Apple's not quite as strong, but you know, whatever you like. I have canned peaches downstairs. I would do that as well. Okay, our filling is in. Now, I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of almond extract to each one. Just a little bit. A couple drops. Okay. And a splash of cinnamon. I'm just going to stir that in quick. This is going to be so good. By the way, I do have my oven preheating to 400 degrees because we're going to pop in the oven when I'm done. Now we're going to make up the oat mixture. So I have the oats, my brown sugar, nutmeg, that was actually the cinnamon I had pre-measured out, but pinch of nutmeg, just a little sprinkle of salt, and we're going to mix that up. And I should add that if you're going to add milk, this is where you would do it. And if you do it the night before, it softens up the oats a little bit. But like I said, honestly, with the filling and the cornstarch and syrup already in it, I really don't feel you need it. If you're using fresh, then by all means go ahead and use the evaporated milk. Alright, got that mixed, and we're just going to spoon this onto our ramekins. It smells so good, you guys. There we go. So we're going to put these in the oven. That's what they look like. I'm going to put these in the oven for about roughly 17 to 19 minutes, or everything starts nice and bubbly. Let it rest about 5 minutes and then it's ready to eat. They're out of the oven. Oh my goodness, they smell so good. It's still warm, Oh, look at that. Look at that pretty goodness. Now you can just, you know, dip in like this, or you can do what I like to do, and I just go and I kind of just mix it all together. Ooh. Look at that. Like I said, you could use any fruit that you want for this. They're so good. Super yummy. So easy. Totally delicious. Going to be totally gone. So, these are my cherry oatmeal breakfast bowls. I'll include the recipe in the description below. All the participating channels are doing that, so you're able to print out the recipes to put into the binder for the shelf-stable Pantry Recipes collaboration. I believe that this is going to be a monthly occurrence on the 2nd of every month. So you can build your binders, your recipe books, with whatever recipes that you like from all of us. And I'm kind of excited about this too. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's sort of like a recipe of the month club. So join in the fun. These are really good. These are really, really good. So build your recipe books. We'll give you a hand. We all get to have a little fun and get creative and have some new ideas and build our own recipe books. So, shelf-stable Pantry Recipes collaboration. And one more time, the other participating channels, do check them out. These are all really good channels. Tuliloo Creates, Alderman Farms, Crazy Daisies, Diane the Canning Nana, Fermented Homestead, Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking, obviously me. In the Kitchen with Karen, Jenny's Scratch Made Kitchen, Linda's Pantry, Mennonite Farmhouse, Prepper Potpourri, and Sutton's Days. And one other note there, Mennonite Farmhouse, yeah, she's another PA lady. So check them out. They all have a lot of good recipes, canning tips, prepper, homesteading things. You know, the thing that the pandemic taught us, if nothing else, is you can't be too prepared. I mean, whoever thought that you couldn't get yeast at the store? One of the reasons I made the how to make your own yeast video. It's important that you at least have staples and know what to do with them. It gives you a level of independence that is important for supplying your family. When things get hard, food is usually number one. Medicines, tools, those are important things. And you don't realize how important they are until you don't have them. So, being able to know what to do with shelf-stable pantry items to make all kinds of meals and things to support your family whenever, as kind of what we would call depression-era cooking in my family. That's how I kept things going. So, check out all the other channels. I'm creating a playlist just for this that will be added to as everybody gets their recipes and videos done, and will be added to on a monthly basis. So check it out, check them out, and I hope you like the recipes, and I hope you build your own recipe book from us.